Alright, good evening. This is Craig Double again. Now we're going to be doing experiment 2 of Lab 9, and we're going to do the cold pack. It's part 1, so it's going to be Lab 9, experiment 2, part 1. So for this one, I'll just kind of go through, make sure you understand all the things you need to have for it. I've got my 10 milliliters of distilled water already measured out in my graduated cylinder. I've got one styrofoam cup. I went ahead and decided to use the 250 milliliter beaker after I went through. One of the things I do like to do is I go through, kind of do a walkthrough of the procedure a couple times just so I know where I need to really pay attention, make sure I'm doing everything pretty smooth. And I like using this from experiment 1. This gives your styrofoam cup some stability when you're putting in the stir rod and thermometer. Also got my scale, my weight boat, stir rod, got my thermometer here. And there's a part in this one where you have to kind of be a little bit, you have to pay attention and be kind of a little bit quick to what you're doing, because you're going to have to immediately measure temperature once you put the cold pack in with the water, the ingredients from it, and that's the ammonium nitrate that's in this pack here. You'll have to take readings every 30 seconds, and what I did with this table 4, you have to record on table 4. I went ahead and put the minute and seconds, because the timer I'm using is minutes and seconds. They have seconds that go all the way down, so it's a little bit harder for me to determine what 450 seconds is right off the top of my head. So I went ahead and wrote the times next to it to make it a little easier for me. Alright, so we'll get started. So it says step 1, put on your safety glasses and gloves. Done. Measure 10 milliliters of distilled water into a graduated cylinder. I've already done step 2, it's right here. That's distilled water. Turn on my scale. Okay, my scale is on. It says 0 grams, so that's good. Place the weight boat on the scale. Like I said, anytime I put anything on the scale, I always like to record what the reading is before I hit OT to zero it out, just because. So I got 2.4 grams. I'm going to go ahead and hit the OT button now. It's zeroed out. Okay. Make sure the units are in grams. If not, press the M button. My units are in grams until the units are displayed in grams. Done. Alright. Now we're going to go with step 5. Using your scissors, cut off the top of your cold pack and weigh out 10 grams of ammonium nitrate. Alright, so I'll cut the top of this. Right up here is probably the best spot. Okay, that's cut. And you can see there's a little packet of water in there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and measure out 10 grams. This will be a little tricky to see out here. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. There's 10.4, so we got a little too much in there. That's okay. Take a spatula, put it back in. Take a couple of these out. $10.1. Almost there. Okay. Little guy. So 9.9. So 1. 10 grams. There we go. Alright. Pack it off to the side there. Spatula it down. Alright, so we're at 10 grams. Okay, using the scissors, cut off the top, weigh out 10 grams of ammonium nitrate, crystals found in the inner contents of the pack. Done. Step 6, place the 10 grams of ammonium nitrate into a styrofoam cup, which we'll be using as a calometer. Alright, so putting the 10 grams in my styrofoam cup. Done. A bit of it's in there. Put the weight boat off to the side. Move my scale back here. Bring this up so you can see it. Okay. Alright. Place a thermometer and a stir rod in the calorimeter. Okay, the thermometer's in there. Make sure that guy's on, ready to go. Alright, she reads about 23.8. Make sure you got my clean stick here. Stir sticks in. Alright. Now, here's the part where it gets a little tricky. Step 8. I'm going to pour 10 milliliters of distilled water into the calorimeter containing the ammonium nitrate taken from the cold pack, and I'm going to immediately record in time the temperature and the time in table 4. So I've got initial, then 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, and so on. And I'm going to collect the data for at least 5 minutes or until temperature reaches its minimum and begins to rise. So I'm going to pay attention to that part as well. So you kind of have to, you want to read through steps 10. You want to read through steps 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 before you go ahead and do this part, so you kind of know what's going on. Alright, so we're ready to go here. Make sure we got everything here. And it says quickly begin stirring the contents calorimeter. Alright, we're ready to go. Here goes the 10 milliliters of water. Okay, water's in. Immediately record. I've got 23.8. 23.8. Timer, go, go, go. Come on. Stirring. This is the hard part. Temperature is dropping quickly. Okay, we're at 15 seconds. "30 seconds, I'm at 1.5. Recorded. Okay, keep going, keep going. Temperature's still dropping. Stirring the contents here. And we're now at 7.3 at 60 seconds. 7.3 degrees Celsius. Temperature's still going down. Coming up in a minute and 30 seconds, we're at 5.2 degrees Celsius. 5.2. Okay, move on. And we're at 3.8. 2 minutes. Stirring. Watch. Coming up on 30 seconds. 3.3. Alright. Temperature's still going down, but not as fast. Coming up in 3 minutes from now at 2.9. 2.9 degrees Celsius. 2.6 degrees Celsius. 2.3. So we went from 2.6 to 2.3. Looks like the trend is still going down, but not going down as fast here. About 0.3 degrees Celsius every 30 seconds. Coming up on 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Looks like it's kind of stabling out here. And we got 2.3 again. Alright, so we'll go another 30 seconds, see what happens here. Make sure we got the right readings. It's not going down anymore. It's 5 minutes at 2.3 degrees Celsius still. So it looks like it's stable now. So we'll do another 30 seconds for good measure, see if temperature comes back up. And I just noticed it come back up now. It's up at 2.6 degrees. So I think that's it. I'll go ahead and give it the 5 minutes 30 seconds to record what we see, show that there was a rise in temperature. It says collect your data for at least 5 minutes or until temperature reaches its minimum and begins to rise. It should take approximately 5 minutes to 7 minutes. They weren't kidding. Alright, 5 minutes 30 seconds, I'm at 2.6 degrees, so it rose. Alright, and that's it. That's part 1 experiment, or lab 9, experiment 2, part 1, the cold pack. Not too bad. Again, caution when you want to make sure you walk through this one, do a couple dry runs, make sure you know what you're doing. And with most of the labs I've done in chemistry so far, it seems like you have to kind of walk through these. And prepare yourself, kind of do your dry runs, and then it makes it go a little bit smoother. And you can make mistakes, and that's okay. It's an experiment. If you have any questions, refer to your guides. Hopefully that helped you out. All right.